Welcome back to Kavanaugh's Corner. Today on the channel we're going to be reviewing a movie that is brand new. This just came out this week, actually just a day before me shooting this, and that is a new film from Universal called Migration. Now, this is an animated film from Illumination Studios, and Illumination is known for the Despicable Me films, among many others, the Minions films and all those. And this movie I was not expecting, but this was sent to me by Universal, so big thank you to Universal for sending this out. This was a movie that I missed in the theaters. I didn't get a chance to see it. The previews looked pretty funny, but I was looking forward to something light. The last couple films on the channel, with the exception of Short Circuit 2, have all been pretty heavy, really brutal movies, pretty wild, heavy R-rated or unrated films. So this little PG family film was a nice change of pace. It's a really funny movie. Even though this is a family film, I will say there are a few jokes in here that is not for kids. There's some off-color stuff in here which I thought was pretty funny, and it had me laughing actually quite a few times. Danny DeVito is the voice of the Uncle Duck in this movie, and he's hilarious. Actually, all the actors involved really do a really good job with the voice acting. And the standout to me, though, is Carol Kane is in this. And if you know who Carol Kane is, I mostly recognize her as the ghost of Christmas Present from Scrooged, where she, absolutely knocks the crap out of Bill Murray like 4 or 5 times in that movie. I really love that movie. She plays a heron in this, and she just kills it. It's one of the best voice acting moments I have seen in an animated film in recent memory. She is so funny in that. That is hands down the funniest scene in the entire picture. But today on the channel we're going to be talking about the 4K disc that's included here. This is a 2-disc set. You got the 4K, the standard Blu-ray, and a digital code that does redeem in 4K as well. Now, jumping right into the picture quality here, this is, like I mentioned, this is a brand new film. This just came out a couple months ago in theaters, so this is a very new film. But I have to say, this does have an amazing picture on it. I wasn't expecting anything less. This does come with Dolby Vision HDR as well as HDR10. And the images in this film are just breathtaking. I mean, there are some really, really vibrant colors in this. I know Puss in Boots was another one, the final Puss in Boots movie that came out a while back, The Last Wish. That was an amazing 4K disc. Detail level on this disc was astounding. Now, it's a CGI animation, but the ducks are not meant to look extremely realistic. It's like a cartoony, somewhat realistic take, and it works really well for this film. It's very close to the animation of the Despicable Me films or the Hotel Transylvania films, if you've seen those. It's really close to that. But even with that, you can see like the little feathers on all the mallards in the family here. There's one scene in particular that's really beautiful looking, where the ducks end up in a restaurant and they have to steal this key to let this parrot out who's going to guide them to Jamaica. And they are in this like restaurant, and it kind of like turns into like a dance sequence, and the black levels in that scene, even though there aren't a ton of dark scenes in the film, that scene and a nighttime scene that takes place with a helicopter, which is a wild sequence near the end of the film, those two scenes really show off just how good the black levels are on this disc. I mean, the detail level is fantastic for what this film is, but it's definitely something beautiful to look at. The whole movie is just filled with these saturated, beautiful colors. And for this film, I mean, that's the look they were going for. I mean, they dialed it in exactly the way they wanted it, and it's gorgeous. If you have kids and you have a 4K Blu-ray player or a really nice 4K TV, you are going to love this, and the kids are going to love it too. So very, very good with the picture quality. That Dolby Vision is amazing, and the vast arrays of colors that you see in this film really give that 4K home theater a workout. It's really, really a great picture on this. The other side of the coin here is the audio quality. Now, this does come with a Dolby Atmos soundtrack, and that Dolby Atmos track is really, really great. The music sounds amazing. The audio is like placed absolutely perfectly. Sound effects are placed perfectly in this. The overheads, because there's a lot of flying sequences, because they are ducks migrating, that's the plot of the movie, they are really used well. That helicopter sequence I mentioned earlier, you can hear the rotors overhead throughout, and it really does sound like there's something just above you, and it's really well done. I mean, the sound effects all throughout are fantastic. When the Mallard family end up in New York City, you can really hear the hustle and bustle of the traffic, and it is kind of scary, and they use it really well for this movie. It's a very well done audio track on this. Again, top marks from me. It just perfectly balanced all throughout. And the other big thing with this disc is the standard Blu-ray does come with a bunch of special features. There's some behind-the-scenes featurettes with the cast, the creation of the film, and all the voiceover work that was done. There's also 3 mini-movies. Now, the 3 mini-movies are included on the 4K. One of them is called Fly Hard. Another one is called Midnight Mission. And the one that actually played in the theaters, the little movie that played before, the little short film that played before this, is called Mooned, and that is actually included with this as well. So you do get a lot. You definitely get your money's worth for this. And if you're looking for a newer, really funny family film that is just gorgeous to look at and sounds amazing, you can't go wrong with Migration. Really cool stuff, and big thanks to Universal for sending this out. Again, Universal does not pay me for these reviews. They just send me the product and I give my honest opinion. If this disc stunk, I would definitely say so. Thankfully it didn't. It's a pretty cute movie. It's funny. It got me laughing quite a few times, and I just love the sense of humor that some of the Illumination movies have. The Minions movie kills me every time I see it. I don't know why. I'm a sucker for those, but this is another good one here. I really enjoyed this. It's a lot of fun, and I think your family will enjoy it too. If you want to pick up Migration, you can use the link in the description below. That leads to Amazon. If you use that link, I do get a kickback here on the channel. It does help me out a lot. And the other thing that helps me out a lot is if you give this video a thumbs up and you subscribe to the channel below to see more reviews like this. We're growing very quickly here on the channel. I've been doing this for just a little over a decade now, so it's wonderful to see this community growing and this channel growing. Until next time, I just want to say thank you all for coming back to Kavanaugh's Corner. I love you. Please stay safe and take it easy.